In a development that no one anticipated, fans across the globe were left shaken when rumors of a late-night message allegedly sent by Taehyung to Jungkook surfaced online. The story, mysterious and unsettling, has become one of the most widely discussed topics within the BTS community. The core question echoing everywhere is simple yet powerful: why would Taehyung, one of the most guarded and thoughtful members, choose to reach out in the secrecy of midnight? The timing alone raises eyebrows, but the implications have left armies spiraling into speculation, trying to make sense of what could lie beneath such a hidden gesture. The alleged midnight communication spread through fan communities like wildfire. Screenshots, unverified claims, and whispers of a digital trace began circulating. Though no one can confirm the content of the message, its existence alone has been enough to spark waves of confusion, fear, and curiosity. Messages exchanged at such hours often carry weight, suggesting urgency, secrecy, or deeply personal matters that cannot wait for daylight. When the individuals in question are Taehyung and Jungkook, two of the most scrutinized idols in the world, the intrigue multiplies tenfold. Every move they make is magnified, and in this case, a simple rumor of a private message has triggered a storm of theories. For some fans, the late-night message hints at conflict. Could there be tension bubbling beneath the polished surface of BTS's unity? Others argue the opposite, seeing it as proof of a bond so intimate it needed to remain hidden from the spotlight. Whichever interpretation fans lean toward, what no one can deny is the emotional weight this story has carried across communities. The midnight exchange, true or not, has become symbolic, a representation of secrecy, trust, and possibly unspoken truths. Another layer of uncertainty deepens the mystery. Jungkook's supposed response remains unknown. Did he answer Taehyung's midnight outreach, or did he stay silent? Silence in such situations speaks volumes, especially for two people who have carefully managed their personal and professional boundaries over the years. A reply might have clarified matters, but the lack of one fuels endless interpretations. Some fans see Jungkook's silence as a deliberate choice to avoid escalation, while others view it as shock, hesitation, or even quiet agreement with whatever Taehyung allegedly shared. The emotional tension within the fandom has been palpable. For years, fans have seen Taehyung and Jungkook as more than just colleagues or performers, they represent a profound human connection. The idea of one reaching out in secrecy, away from cameras, unsettles and fascinates fans in equal measure. Comments flood forums, many expressing fear and worry. What could be so important that it had to be said at midnight? What is so fragile that daylight could not expose it? To understand the impact of this rumor, context is vital. Both Taehyung and Jungkook have been under extraordinary pressure for years. They are not just musicians but cultural icons, burdened with the weight of expectation from millions. Fame has made privacy nearly impossible, and every gesture is scrutinized. In such an environment, a midnight message, if real, might not be conflict at all. It could instead reflect vulnerability, the kind of reaching out that only happens when one feels the weight of the world pressing hardest. Midnight, long considered a symbolic time for confession and reflection, could indicate Taehyung's trust in Jungkook, his reliance on him during a moment of fragility. Still, others warn against overly romantic interpretations. Midnight communication could just as easily mean turmoil. Some fans recall earlier tensions within the group and wonder whether this is a continuation of unresolved issues. If Taehyung truly needed secrecy, perhaps the subject was too sensitive for public discussion. Was it professional? Was it personal? Was it a warning? The absence of clarity has fueled media speculation, and headlines across platforms now scream with theories, each more dramatic than the last. This rumor is especially unsettling when considered alongside recent shifts in both members' careers and public personas. While still active and influential, both have subtly adjusted how they present themselves, balancing transparency with privacy. The midnight message story blurs that line even further, leaving fans unsure of what belongs to the public and what should remain private. Was this an accidental leak of something meant to stay hidden forever? Or was it a deliberate signal, meant to communicate indirectly with fans who always seem to notice the smallest details? The psychology of secrecy cannot be ignored. A private message, allegedly hidden from public eyes, suggests immediacy. Taehyung, if the rumor is true, could not postpone what he needed to say. That urgency forces a bigger question: was Jungkook prepared to hear it? What makes this rumor powerful is that it transcends celebrity gossip. At its core, it touches on universal human themes: trust, vulnerability, and the need for connection even in the harshest spotlight. Armies are not obsessed because they crave scandal, they are invested because they sense something deeply human beneath the headlines. They know that beneath the perfection projected on stage lies fragility. The possibility of a midnight confession, even unconfirmed, strips away part of the carefully constructed image and replaces it with raw humanity. Yet for all the emotion and speculation, one unavoidable truth remains: there is no hard evidence. The so-called midnight message has not been verified by any credible source. What fans are reacting to is not confirmed fact, but a narrative built on whispers, screenshots, and assumptions. This does not make their emotions less real, but it highlights how quickly rumors can evolve into full-scale phenomena. The virality of the story is a reflection of fandom culture itself, how small sparks ignite massive fires when filtered through millions of passionate voices. Importantly, silence from both Taehyung and Jungkook should not be taken as proof. Public figures often choose not to comment on speculation, knowing that acknowledgement can give rumors legitimacy. Their silence may frustrate fans, but it is also a reminder that not every story requires explanation. What is unspoken may not be as dramatic as fans imagine. Still, the reactions of armies reveal the delicate relationship between idols and fans. While their connection is built on admiration and trust, misinformation threatens that bond. Unverified stories like the midnight message can create unnecessary fear, misplaced anger, or emotional exhaustion. In the long run, rumors risk harming the very relationship fans treasure most. This entire episode also underscores a broader cultural phenomenon: the speed and intensity of digital rumor culture. In today's online world, a single unverified claim can dominate global conversations within hours. Once repeated often enough, even without evidence, rumors begin to feel like facts. The midnight message story is a textbook case of this dynamic, fans amplifying whispers until they take on the appearance of reality. Ultimately, the fascination with this rumor reminds us of the balance between curiosity and responsibility. Fans naturally seek meaning in the actions of those they admire, but speculation without evidence carries risks. Respect for boundaries is essential. Taehyung and Jungkook, despite their fame, remain human beings entitled to privacy.